What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 34 Beyond the Finish Line, a trail running podcast that dives deep into the stories that transcend far beyond the trails. I'm your host, Joe Hardin. I am a passionate trail runner and ultra distance enthusiast myself. We have a guest possibly coming, but while we're waiting on that special guest, I think we're just going to, me and Jason, my pal Jason B, we're going to, we're just going to shoot the shit a little bit, and then hopefully maybe our guest will come forward. So let's just bring Jason forward and let's talk a little bit.
I probably need to be better prepared to come forward and have a conversation with you. Oh man,
cool.
I was just checking out to make sure our Instagram live feed was happening, and I was scrambling over there.
Oh, oops.
What's up,
I
man?
cut
How
that
are
way
you?
too short. Sorry about that. How's it going? Yeah, I figured.
It's good. Yeah, I was fully prepared for your 2 to 3 minute intro, so I was like, oh, I got time to just make sure this is all working.
Well, I had this big intro laid out for the guest that could possibly join us, but so I was like, oh shit, what do I do now that my intro is cut a little short? Either way, thank you for joining us, everybody. I know we've got a couple people that are tuning live, so yeah. So yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, absolutely. So, dude, I
and Jason
want
were
to
kind of
ask you a question
yeah.
right
Go
out of
ahead.
the gate. So,
Yeah.
on Tuesdays, I drive to Pepperdine because Lori teaches all day. So she starts at 8 a.m., finishes like 4 p.m. And so sometimes I'll leave campus and drive around, and I will start to listen, or I have started to listen to our old shows. And I'm wondering if that is something that you do. Like, do you listen to your old shows?
Oh yeah, they're really hard to get through, but it's been kind of nice. Oh God, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm like podcast extraordinaire, but some of my early shows, holy shit, I'm like a deer in the headlights, man. I'm just like, oh my God, I feel so bad. I want to go back and interview and be like, I swear I'm better at this than I used to be. Would you come back on my show? So yeah, I do. And I was just I always like listening to our What's in Your Earbuds because those are like that last one we did. I think we must have been listening to it at the same time because I was losing my absolute mind. And then I saw you posted that you were watching it and laughing. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I do.
I listened to that What's in Your Earbuds today, probably around 9 a.m. Pacific time, so noon your time, give or take. And I was practically in tears. I was laughing so hard driving down the PCH at how that show totally just unveiled itself. We had this idea for a show, and then all of a sudden, like, people were chiming in on everything. By the way, Run Shanny Run, she told me today that she's never jumped onto an Instagram live ever before, and that was the first one that she jumped on.
Oh,
and you know
you
how
went in the deep
active,
end.
Yeah. And she was so active in that conversation, and she ended up she's joined the Everyday Athlete Clubhouse. She's one of the first 100 members in the clubhouse. It's just like, how cool was like all of this stuff.
Great. That conversation could have scared people off, but I'm glad it brought the right people to us. Oh my goodness.
So get this. Do you listen to the Dan Le Batard show, South Beach Sessions, at all?
I have not. I've heard a lot of people say it's really good, but I just never tuned into it. But I might have to change that.
It's probably my favorite podcast outside of ours, and that's a shameless plug, by the way, people. And you know how, like, during our What's in Your Earbuds, I put Ryan Reynolds in timeout for 3 hours for bringing up Ryan Helsley, and then so in the South Beach sessions, I forgot that the Dan Le Batard, what they do is if a person coughs or makes a sound that's not quote unquote professional during the interview, he fines them $5. $5 into the jar for coughing on air. And I just thought maybe that's what we need to just start doing is like the fictitious $5 fine for coughing on air or sniffling or something.
Oh, man, I'd be in a lot of trouble. doing mid-show stretches and whatever else I do.
I have learned to use the mute button in our studio way better than I had when we first started doing podcasts, dude. To your point, like the earlier ones, I feel bad for those guests.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was going through. It was funny because Heidi Baker was posting something about, I'm sorry if my kids were loud during the podcast, and that had me rolling because I was listening to one a while back, and I could hear my kids like fighting over doing the dishes during one of my shows. And I was just like, I totally get it, Heidi. So I thought that was like, I could hear him like, it's your turn, like he splashed me or something like that. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Here's another thing that just cracks me up all the time too is the idea that all of us podcasters have this all together. And I know you remember this scene. Adam Lee is the co-host of Food Fight Friday at the aid station, and he had a picture of him in his garage with like stacked Tupperwares and his laptop like teetering on like a small tissue box or something.
That's
And
so good.
it's such a great picture. Well, get this, dude, coming out on Friday, and so what is that, September 19th? His wife filled in for him. Sheena, his wife, filled in for him on Food Fight Friday at
Oh
the aid
yeah.
station. And it was awesome. It was such a good episode. I can't wait to share that. And we can highlight Adam's stacked Tupperware box and just like how unprofessional all of this podcasting stuff is.
Yeah. I'm not much upgraded over that, except for like what you see is a very small facade of what this room. This room is a disaster, by the way. But so yeah, I'm not.
Dude,
This is not a big stretch above Kleenex boxes.
I mean, honestly, like with all the shows that we've done, I have done interviews from New York City hotel rooms, Chicago hotel rooms, Boston hotel rooms. I'm currently on the campus of Pepperdine University. I've done podcasts from Cal Lutheran classrooms. I think I've done podcasts from Grand Canyon University classrooms. Like, like if anybody's looking for consistency in my background, you're not getting it.
I think the first one I did was with, it might have been Adam. I think I did it with like a cell phone on like a tripod in my bedroom. The first one I ever co-hosted with you guys. Yeah, I think it might have been Adam Ture, and it was like the screen was like this big, like where I could see your guys' conversation. At least I've updated a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, you got the headset, you got the good microphone
Yeah.
there, you've got the noise canceling sound barrier behind you. Crushing it, dude.
Good stuff. I spent a whole like $20.
We need to use our we need to use our 20% discount and get some H2O audio headsets so we look like we're on the same team.
Yeah, make us look like we know what we're doing. We'll get some good headphones.
We got to step up. One of the things we need to talk about, because we're going to be recording on Friday, episode 1 of Unhinged and Cringe, where you played Dr. Max Cringe and I played Detective Guy Unhinged. Our first episode we're going to record on Friday. It's going to drop on the 29th at 4 p.m. Pacific on the Everyday Athlete Clubhouse podcast network, which you have to be a member of in order to get this. I got it. Dude, I have been writing this script in my head every day since we decided to do this.
Yeah, I don't know. I try to think if I'm able to keep a straight face during the show. I'm gonna really have to work hard to not lose it. That logo is so good.
That logo is so good. So here, episode 1, sneak peek. And this is only going to be for people that are listening live because this show will come out on the 23rd. Oh, so some people might get it. here's what episode 1 is going to be about, just so you could start writing a little script in your head. Bonking at mile 10 of a 15-mile run. So that's the crime we have to solve on Unhinged and Cringe's inaugural episode.
Noted.
I have been writing down like little clues, like what would be a clue that a detective would find.
Like, oh, I need to get a magnifying glass for that show.
Oh, Sherlock and Watson.
Like a monocle wouldn't be a detective thing. I've just always wanted a reason to have a monocle. I'm still searching.
So then you could be the wealthy detective. I'll be the street grunge detective.
Like, you're not supposed to be Mr. Peanut. You're supposed to... Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm excited. The response to that was awesome. There's so many things we're going to have to chase down with that show.
I love the fact, the response on the Thursday trivia brought to you by Topo Athletic Answers was awesome. So many people there. My first thought process is like, we're going to do this like a limited series the way Netflix does it. And if we get enough response, then we renew it. So we'll have to see what happens, but it's going to be so much fun, dude. And I will say this, like, kudos to you, Lori and Santino, for allowing me to just run off with the dumbest, craziest ideas. And instead of shooting them down, you're like, what time?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm, you know, my motto, it's full send time.
Yeah. By the way, run Shanny run. I see you've joined us. We've already talked about you, but we are gonna say it again. Thank you for joining our What's in Your Earbuds last week. You mentioned it was your first live to ever jump on. So thank you for, hopefully maybe this is your second live for jumping on. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for joining again.
By the way, I know that the Everyday Athlete podcast network playlist is booming too. Like that, that thing keeps ratcheting up constantly, dude.
Yeah, I think we're well past 37 hours now.
That is amazing, man.
Which is awesome. Yeah, keep them coming.
So the title of your podcast here is called Beyond the Finish Line. And to me, this is what this conversation is, right?
Yeah.
Like, we could talk about training, what shoes are you running in, what are you eating, and all of that good stuff that does matter, because you got to use that stuff to get to the finish line. But this is the stuff that goes beyond the finish line, talking about, new shows on the Everyday Athlete Clubhouse, talking about the playlist that we have going. One of the things I want you to talk about more, honestly, Joe, is the woodworking that you do and the things that you build. Because I am forever impressed, man. Like, every time you post a picture of the woodworking that you do, I am forever impressed. So how'd you get started in that stuff? Did you have family members or friends that were into woodworking? You kind of just followed them?
Yeah. Growing up, so my grandfather was a pretty well-known woodworker, actually. There's a little town not far from here called Zionsville, Indiana. It's an itty-bitty little town. So it wasn't a tall order to like know everyone in that town, but my grandfather was like a furniture maker. He made these like crazy birdhouses too. And every year he would have this huge sale, and it was just like hundreds of these birdhouses. And like he would make like scale battleships and like cars that like worked. Like, I mean, you could turn like a steering wheel, whatever. Like, it was really cool. So everyone knew my grandfather, and I just like grew up in his shop. Like, so yeah, and ever since I was a little kid, I mean, from the time I could hold a hammer and use a drill press, he gave me wood and a tape measure, and that's where it started. And it fell off, at some point in my life, and then I've talked about it a lot. When I got sober, I needed something to like do with my time, and I picked up woodworking, and it's kind of been like a family thing. Like, I've got an aunt that's a pretty well-known wood turner, aunt and uncle that are woodworkers. They have a amazing shop too. So I just kind of grew up, kind of I guess like with sawdust in my blood, I guess in some sense. But so yeah, that's kind of yeah, it's just something that's stuck with me for life, I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And
before I follow up,
yeah.
Shout out to Bronze for Runner. Our boy Ohm is on the show, and Joey Huertas is on the show as well. Thanks
what's
for
up,
joining
Joey?
us.
Yeah, what's up, Ohm? Yeah, I forgot I was going with that, but woodworking. So we're talking about woodworking is a lot like, to me, woodworking and like running have like a lot of parallels, right? It's like you can really hone like running. You can hone like your craft. You have to practice constantly, but you'll never really master it. And I think that's what draws me to like both of those things. Like you could spend the rest of your life trying to perfect techniques in woodworking. You'll never actually like achieve it all. And I think it's like that chase is what attracts me to it. Like running, you'll never be able, like people are good at running, but I don't think you can ever perfect it. And I think it's like kind of what appeals to me. Yeah.
So I just love how things get connected when you don't know that they're going to get connected. So
Yeah.
you talked about running and woodworking similarly, and you can never perfect them. So you and I in the green room were talking about South Beach sessions, and I was listening to the best of, and they had Alex Rodriguez on the episode. And one of the things that Dan Levitard and Alex Rodriguez were talking about was going to therapy and how you have to consistently go to therapy to get better. Repetitions, practice,
Yeah.
kind of like running, repetitions and practice, woodworking, repetitions and practice. And it just dawned on me, like, going to therapy is you're never going to solve the problem. You're never going to be cured of the problem, shall we say? But it's how you get better at
Yeah.
at life. The same way you get better at woodworking, the same way you get better at running. Just an amazing connection. Like, what's the coincidence that I would have been listening to that podcast episode today, and then you and I are talking about repetition to get better?
Yeah,
Like
that's
the world
wild.
works in mysterious ways, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's like a lot of those can be drawn together. And I think it's kind of cool how like some of those pieces can come together for you.
Do you find, so let me ask you this. So a lot of people use running as a stress reliever. Does turning wood also give you that stress relief? Kind of like, I'll equate it to like using a fidget spinner, right? People use
Yeah.
fidget spinners as a way to relieve the stress. So does going into the shop kind of give you that same concept?
Oh yeah, like, man, what like it's hard to maybe explain how it feels if you haven't like done it, but it's like it's like an escape, but it also forces you to be present at the same time. It's so wild. It's like going into a wood shop and just like having a piece of wood, and you don't really know what it's going to be. You put it in the lathe, and there's just something like cathartic about like kind of letting it tell you what it wants to be, and there's like a weird synergy that happens. I know maybe that sounds cheesy to say, but it's just like you're in the moment, but you're also like nothing else matters. It's just like it's all kind of behind you while you're like in the act of making something. So absolutely, it's yeah, and that's like some of the best pieces I've ever done. I just kind of like shut everything else out and just like just kind of be in the moment for once, because a recurring theme with me is I'm always building something, or like I have a goal, so I'm like always trying to chase something down, like every waking moment of my life. So those moments where I'm just like caught up in the act of making something, like a piece of art, or it's the same feeling you get, like when you get that flow state at like let's say like mile 17, it's the
Yeah.
same exact feeling, and it's just like, yeah, it's so beautiful. And I don't get those moments because it's how it is. We're a lot of us out here, we're working jobs, we're trying to grow businesses, we've got all these goals, and you're always one thing to the next, and it's just like you just get to shut that out for just like a brief moment.
Yep.
That's what it is for me.
Before I ask you your next question, Badwater06 on Instagram. Sorry to break the news to you, brother, but nope, you're never going to be perfect. It's just
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're right. Never going to be perfect. That's
here's
that's
the other.
that's the beauty of it, though. I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. We're all a work in progress. But Joe, I got to give you some crap, dude. You just said it might sound cheesy on our "What's in Your Earbuds" show. We said we're going to embrace the cringe, so we
True.
can't.
True. Not cheesy, but yeah. Embrace the cringe.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it's hard to. I've spent the last few years trying to like quantify in some way how like running and like woodworking make me feel, and
Yeah.
that's like, yeah, I just can't explain it. It's just, but that's the best that I can do, I guess. I've been trying to write and explain what that feeling is for so long. I just can't quite capture it, but I'm getting close.
Nah, but dude, your writing is really good too because it leaves the reader, forces them, not leaves, forces them to use their imagination. It forces them to think about what is on the screen in front of them that they are reading and apply it to themselves. I think that that's the key to all of this stuff. And I've said this multiple times. Like, if I have a conversation with you, or if I read something from you, or I hear a show that you're on, and you leave me thinking, man, you've done your job. Like, I don't need you to solve my problems. I don't need you to solve my issues because you can't. But if you force me into to think, that's everything, dude. Like, and I don't know. I spend way too much time thinking, honestly, and not enough time
Yeah.
just reacting. Right? I get into the weeds and a lot of stuff, but I just love that. Like, I can find like the connections between all of these different things, like we just talked about with South Beach sessions. Alex, like, in what world, dude? You're 43 years old. You told me this on the last episode. In what world, as a 43-year-old Joe Hardin, would you have imagined a conversation involving Alex Rodriguez, Dan Lebitard, Joe Hardin, Jason Bahamundi, running, woodworking, and therapy?
Oh God, no. This is
Right.
we've covered a lot of ground on this one. No, absolutely not. Yeah, but it's funny how the parallels between all of these. Yeah, we're getting deep on this one. I love it.
Yeah. Shout out to Lou2288 and Trail Choose for joining us on Instagram. Here's the other
What's
thing I
up?
want to ask you. You're also a cook. You also get in the kitchen. You like to wield your pans and your knives really well. Do you find going into the kitchen to be cathartic too? Or is the result of being in the kitchen different than the result you're looking for when you're running and woodworking?
I think it's the same thing. It's like, yeah, I mean, obviously, like I wish I had more time lately to really dig deep into cooking, because I used to get really into it. Lately, it's just been like a lot of meal prep. It's just like, you know how the grind is. It's like you get home,
Yeah.
like cook, but it is the same thing. And um, and also cooking can be a work of art. I'm not saying I'm not that good at it, but it certainly is. It's like
I gotta stop you, dude. Like, stop saying I'm not that good at it, or like, who are you comparing yourself to?
I tell you what I can do is I can make the hell out of some air fried tofu though.
Air fried tofu is so good, right?
Man, that's the game changer. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. Like
All right. How do you prep it?
I quit draining it just because, just sheer time constraint, and I think extra firm is always the way to go.
Yeah.
I just cube it up, air fryer. Like after 7 minutes, I sprinkle some taco seasoning on it, shake it up another 7 minutes. And then lately, what's been really hitting is hoisin sauce on top of the tofu. Like drill some, like a bed of rice, tofu, hoisin sauce. That's been, oh, that's been my jam.
I've said this more than once to people when they talk about food. If they give you the sound or they give
Yeah,
you the head nod as they're eating,
yeah.
you know that shit is good. Like,
It's
you
straight fire.
know that shit is good,
It's straight fire. So
right?
yeah, it doesn't have to be tofu, but I'm just highly recommending hoisin sauce to anybody.
Well, I texted you and Derek last night that I got some Bulletproof Chinese restaurant tofu fried rice, and it was a big plate, dude. And I almost ate all of it because I
Nice.
could not stop eating it. It was so good.
And
By the
those
way, let me.
containers are big
They're
too.
huge. and I had like the little plastic fork, so I was repetitions. Let me ask you: when I say bulletproof Chinese restaurant, do you know what I mean?
Do you mean like you like the take it like the order to go places?
Well, in New York City, yes, they're basically
Oh,
they might have like a table or two in there, but it's almost always order to go. But when you walk into these restaurants, it's a plastic
yeah,
bulletproof shield
yeah,
window, right? And you order, and everything's via a lazy Susan in the middle. So you put your money down, they spin it, take your money, and then they put your food down, they spin it. So like, there's no way you could get into the restaurant, shall we say? Like, it's
yeah,
literally bulletproof,
yeah.
but it
That one.
is.
That's how the one close to our house is. It's like a little thing they open and they put the food in it and close it and then you open it. But okay, I was like bulletproof. I was like, I like Chinese food, so I guess I get you. Okay, I get it now. Totally
shout out,
understand.
shout out to Alpine Sky on Instagram. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
We
joining.
need we need more comments from the Instagram crew because we want to say things like long time listener, first time commenter.
I've always wanted to do that. So if someone could live that dream for me, I haven't had a chance. I'm just looking for a reason.
You'll have to jump on the fireside chat one
Yeah.
day, dude.
I always hone in like the weirdest things during fireside chat. Like, oh, like, some whatever the food argument is for the
I got to tell you, dude, like this podcast network, it has blown up in the last couple of months. Um, so many people are listening, commenting, downloading, and streaming. It's been wild to see. Like, again, I asked you earlier questions like, could you imagine hanging out or talking about Levitard, Rodriguez, and everything else? Like 18 months ago, 24 months ago, could you have imagined like me calling you up or texting you and saying, Joe, that last episode you did with Corey Waltering is just crushing it. Like so many people are listening to it and commenting on it.
No, absolutely not. Because I don't know if I've been pretty open about this. My struggles with like anxiety, but I used to not be able to like go to like a grocery store during like their busy hours because like I would just have like debilitating anxiety attacks. And I'm like hosting a pod. Like someone messaged me about my core Waltering thing. Like that was a great episode. I'm just like, how wild is that? Because or like earlier we were talking in the green room about how I did some public speaking like recently. I'm just like, I can't believe I'm even doing this. So no, not at all. I could never imagined I am where I am now. Like here we are, 4 episodes into a show that I'm hosting. It's been a crazy and awesome ride. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
wild, dude.
not at all, not at all. So
It's wild when you get those comments. On the Everyday Athlete Clubhouse podcast, which is just for our members. Hal Jankowski on Threads earlier today was talking about how he listened to the episode with Heidi Baker and the episode with Dr. Allison Roy. And that's wild to me. Like, I get that you're in the clubhouse, but you're still listening to it and you're still like commenting on it. It's wild to me that people are tuning in and listening, but then taking the next step and commenting. It's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, that's huge. I love that. It's like it's such a foreign thing for me to get feedback off. So first of all, thank you for anybody that listens to the show. It means like a ton to me. I'm having fun, but I do take it serious when someone gives me like time is such a precious commodity. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me. If you listen to my show for 5 minutes, that's awesome. If you listen to the whole thing, that's even better. And then if you take it a step further and like DM me or like comment on Spotify, wow. It's like, so yeah, I'm like absolutely blown away by any of that because it's a big deal to give someone some of your time. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. Shout out to my guy Ray, who I hang out with at Saturday Stairs here in Hollywood, and our guy John Patrick Hudson. John Hudson is joined us live on Instagram as well.
What's up,
Dude,
John?
John's performance in our first ever produced music video for the Everyday Athlete Clubhouse is fire.
Yeah, so good. That video came together so nicely.
You have, dude, you have no idea how this whole thing unveiled itself. So Lori and I were driving back from the beach one day, and I had been listening to, because we got the H2O audio ear pods. I don't have them in right now because I'm not running, obviously, but I had them in and I was running, and Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us came on. And I was like, there's got to be a way we could turn this into something that we use for the everyday athlete Clubhouse and a promotion. And it takes us about 45 minutes to get from the beach back to our apartment. And for those 45 minutes, I am voice to texting with Santino. I'm like, dude, what if we got this? And what if we did that? And what if we did this other thing? And then all of you showed up, and I cannot tell you how awesome it is. So you, John, Heidi, Kenneth, Sarah, or Chrissy, Santino himself, makes does a great thing. He doesn't make a cameo. He's awesome in there. Just awesome, awesome, awesome to have that whole music video come together. Like, we are totally becoming like a total media show now, media partner, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it was so rad. It was so rad.
John put up the laughing emoji with the dancing emoji.
I liked it, man. I liked it.
It was so good.
I enjoyed the hell out of it, John. That was good stuff.
Shout out to Michelle Egan for joining us on Instagram.
Hey,
That
Michelle.
was so, dude. It was such a great thing to put together. Like, and I really, I cannot thank everybody in the Clubhouse for entertaining my thought process. You especially, dude. Like, you especially. I'm like, we should do a Unhinged and Cringe. Okay.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Dude, you have the perfect mustache for Max Cringe. Like,
I do.
You are the character.
I did. I did this as a joke, right? I don't know if I've ever told you this story, but so
No.
I had like this full beard. I mean, I had like this
Okay.
I had this huge beard, and at the time I had a different role at my job, and I had to get fit tested. It has to be like an airtight mask, why can't I think of the name of it? So whatever, and they're like, you have to like be clean cut. So I did like a goatee at first, and then I like took the mustache down. And my daughter walked like she was probably like 10 at the time. She's like, dude, you have to keep that. And just like I was like, fine, I will. She's like, bet. And I was like, no, I'll keep it. And I like left and I went to the hardware store and this guy walks past me with another mustache and like a flannel. He like gave me the nod. I was like, I must be in the club. Like, now I have to keep this, right? So I kept it for like a week, and then now it's been like 3 years. So
it's such a great story.
Like, obviously I'm in the club, right? So I'm just like, all right, like I paid my entry. So
let me ask you this: you and Tom Selleck, right? Like, who else has a world famous mustache besides you and Tom Selleck?
I mean, Ron Swanson is a fictional character,
Ron
but I mean,
Swanson.
he's also a woodworker too. So I think it's very fitting.
Yep. Are there
Yeah.
others who can rock the mustache?
God, I can't think of anything. That means that's a clear sign that we have to bring back the stash. I'm just putting that out there. It's a clear sign. It can make a comeback. It can.
Shout out to Iron Man Rick for joining us. Anybody who's watching us live, if you have names of people with world-class mustaches, drop them in the comments. We want to shout them out.
Stash Bros.
Do you know what it would look like if I tried to grow a mustache or beard, dude?
It'd be amazing.
It would be a mess. It'd be such blotchy nonsense everywhere. It wouldn't work. Like, I when I first got into trail running, like the trail beard, which is still a thing, I was like, I'm gonna grow me a trail beard. I gotta tell you, dude, I fucking hated it. Like, I just I felt itchy all the time.
God.
All of it just, I was like, I can't do this. So I just shaved it off. And I was still racing Ironman back then. I was still doing triathlon. So then when I'd get in the water and the feel of the water across like the facial hair, I was like, no way. Like, I can't do this. I had to shave it off.
Yeah, I had a wizardly beard at one point. It was quite wild.
Like one of those that hangs down?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll have to break out some pictures someday. It is something wild.
Did you use beard wax?
Oh, crazy time. Yeah, yeah.
Did
I had
you?
some like buddy of
Yeah.
mine that would make like beard wax. Like, yeah,
No,
yeah,
yeah, you got to post those pictures, dude, for sure. I'll go after we get
yeah,
off the
yeah,
show. I'll go
yeah. I'll
look for
dig them
the. I
up.
think there's like one picture floating around. I think there's one picture floating around from my trail beard days. I'll post that.
That's great.
See that? See, but now we're looking at. We could start a second show, the Bearded Bros. If we have a if the Unhinged and Cringe doesn't get renewed. I'm going to throw this out there because I just like I don't think small. I don't play small. I dream big. I play big. What happens when Unhinged and Cringe makes it big on the internet and Netflix calls us?
We have to go. We have to go. We have no choice but to go. There's no choice in that matter.
Could you imagine? Like we have to solve endurance sports crimes on like Sunset Boulevard at the Hollywood sign, just all kinds of on the Strand up the PCH. Like how crazy would that be?
That'd be awesome. Yeah, if that happens, we have to go. No question asked. We have to go.
What would the contract have to be for you to say yes?
Like with winter coming, you're saying all these like warm places, so it might just be like make it somewhere warm. I don't know how many of these I got left in me.
Honestly, Netflix is their offices, their headquarters are literally down the block from me. I joke all the time, like I'm just gonna walk in there one day with a whole bunch of
Oh,
scripts and be like, "Let's make this happen."
like let me show you something. Like, here you
I asked Lori one day, we were driving past the headquarters, and I was like, "How many times do you think like some person just walks in there and is like, who do I talk to? I have a manuscript. Who do I talk to? I have a
go.
TV show
Oh,
idea."
I bet it happens a ton.
It has to, right?
I would love to be the person that weeds through the really bad scripts because you know that some of those are fun, like they're just pure gold to read over. Is that a job? Someone Netflix, let me know. Oh,
To all the people who are joining us, sorry this is not a
yeah.
trail running show anymore, but shout out to Cohammer and Susie Ultra for joining us.
Thanks for joining. Hopefully you stick around.
I hope you stick around too. Maybe you can help us design the trail running show that needs to happen, like produced in Hollywood, right? Like we have a storyline. We have to figure out what that storyline is like. Like is somebody training for uh, 100 miler, somebody training for a multi-day, and just the cast of characters that comes in. Like, one of the characters has to be the athlete that doesn't train or doesn't seem to train. Like, there's no Strava account, doesn't post anything. It shows up to the start line and just blazing ass all over the course. You're like, how does this happen?
Oh yeah, like, it's so wild when you see that go down. It's like what? Yeah, yeah, it's humbling when that person blows past you too.
Did I ever tell you this story about when I was living in Dallas and I forget the name of the race, but I get there and there's this kid. I shit you not, Joe. There's a kid. He's maybe 11, 12 at best. He's got his hat on backwards, right? He's got the big sunglasses. And I looked to my buddy and I said to him, there's no way I'm getting fucking beat by an 11-year-old. I'm like, there's no way. The gun goes off. Within like 3 minutes, I can't even see the kid anymore. Like he's gone, dude. He is
Just
down the
sent it.
trail. Yeah, he just sent it. Fortunately for me, I have endurance, and on the second loop, I catch up to him, and I pass him, and I pass an aid station as I'm running past, and I'm like, when you see the 11-year-old kid, just knock him down because I'm running out of gas.
We're gonna slow this kid up.
I don't care what you have to do, but make sure that kid doesn't leave this aid station for like 10 minutes.
Oh, I've had like that reminds me of something that happened to me at Jackson County back in this last year. Is there was like a 12-year-old kid running it, and I'm like working my way. Like as you've heard, that trail is god awful.
Yeah.
And this kid would like, hey, how's it going? Like no sticks, no vest, just like long pants, like regular shoes, and like a puffy jacket. And he would like talk to me for like 20 minutes and then just like, okay, well, I'm going to go now. And then like take off. And then I would see him like a few hours later. I'm just like, oh my goodness. It was just so amazing. It was like, yeah. So I forgot his name, but it was just phenomenal. I'm just like absolutely dying trying to get through this thing. And well, okay, I guess I'll go now. He like takes off up the hill. I'm just like,
effortless. He's not even breathing heavy.
yeah, just like, well, I guess I'll go. Like, all right.
This
Try
has
not
been
to
fun,
like
old
die.
man.
Yeah, I'm trying not to die in front of this kid and scar him for life. Yeah, see ya, old timer.
Isn't that the beauty of our sports, though, dude? Right? Like the person you least expect is just crushing it out there, and they're having a blast doing it. You've got people that are back of the Packers that seem to be having a party the whole time and enjoying the hell out of themselves. I just think, to me, like when I see all of the different athletes in our sports, it just brings such a huge smile to my face because everybody's got a different reason for being there. Everybody's race is different, even though we're covering the same distance. It's just one of the coolest things about what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's why this like doing like this show and I mean other shows that we do is like such a bucket filler because like yeah we do have like similar stories but we're all different in our own way. And I just like it's been so cool. I mean, I'm well over a year now into my show, and it's been so cool getting to like peel back the layers of all these different people I've got to know on the trail or on the show or through the network, and it's been real refreshing and eye opening, and it's just been like such a blast getting to know all these people. Um, it feels like I've been a part of this thing for years, not because it's um, a chore. I mean, it's a labor of love. It just, when you fit, like you find that like perfect fit, and it just feels like you've always kind of been there.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about like where we're at, like where I'm at, and like all of us together. That's just kind of, so yeah. To kind of unpack what you said, yeah, it's been amazing getting to know all these people and doing the show, and I don't foresee me ever getting tired of it. So it's truly a labor of love.
Yeah, I will say this, like we do a lot. I was telling Lori the other day, like the amount of content that we put out there, it's a lot. There's no doubt about it. And that's not to say that there aren't stressful times and stressful moments. It happens. But that being said, right, like the fun that I get to have with the community, the followers, the Clubhouse members, like that trumps all of it. When you're driving and you're able to remember a story that somebody shared with you for whatever reason, and it just brings you back, and then you're like, oh, I need to tell Joe and Derek this, or I need to tell Santino this, or I need to tell Val this, or whomever it is, right? Like it's just amazing. And I bring up Val, and immediately the first thing, I don't know if you saw the episode at Food Fight Friday at the aid station she was on, she talked about snorting Fun Dip as a kid. And Adam and I nearly fell out of our chairs when she said that. And then she told me that her husband looked at her after the show and was like, "You told that on a public show?"
Oh yeah. Oh, some of the stuff I've shared was like, what did I just tell everybody? But it's good
Oh
stuff
no,
though.
Val just jumped on the show.
That's hilarious.
Perfect timing.
Oh my goodness.
Val, thanks for being here. We are just telling your Fun Dip story. Appreciate you.
God,
We need
I
to
do
have
miss
like
Fun
a
Dip.
Oh yeah. But I mean, think about this, right? When we were kids, like we were just literally handing children sticks and packets of sugar, like nothing
Yeah.
else. Like,
Did you ever lose your like patience with the stick and just like eat the stick, and then like, well, now I have
yes,
all this powder, so you have to like
you turned it up, dude.
I would always like, I'm not going to eat the stick. I'll wait till I'm done. Never could hold myself to that. Not once. Not once. They should have put two of those damn sticks in there.
Yeah, and then you
Come
cut
at me,
into their
Fun Dip. Let's
margins. They got
fix
to
this
make
thing.
money. Like, think about the wild shit. Like when we were kids, they used to sell cigarettes, right, or gum that was in the shape of cigarettes. That when you blew the sugar puff
Yeah.
would come out. Like,
Yeah. Do you remember they had those and they had pipe shaped like licorice? Like, what? How crazy is that?
just hand the kid a shot of sambuca and call it a day.
Sorry, you said Sambuca, and I just a flood of yeah.
So do you not like sambuca because you don't drink alcohol anymore, or do you not like the flavor of black licorice?
I think I think it was like I've had I've had like Jägermeister Sambuca like like scarring in my previous life come to into play. So nothing against black licorice, but yeah, I had some run-ins with those two flavor profiles that kind of
Yes.
ruined it for me.
When you were younger, did Goldschlager actually make it into the rotation too?
It was
All,
such a big deal, and it's like I
yeah,
don't get it. I don't
yeah.
get this. Why?
All that stuff
Why?
is just nasty, dude. It's just nasty.
Why? Yeah, I
Like,
didn't get it.
so going back to the licorice, the reason why I brought it up is I'm wondering, like, would you buy the purple box of Mike and Ike's, because that's just black licorice.
Yeah, I did get into those. Yeah, I
You're
definitely would.
you're a much braver man than I am. Like me and black licorice, that's like oil and water. I just can't do it.
Yeah, it's like I think you either love it or hate it. I
Yeah,
don't think there's anybody that's
100%.
like, It's like, it's okay. I think you have to be on either one of those sides.
It's definitely not one of those things that you're in the middle ground on, where you're like, I could take the fruit punch berry Mike and Ike's, or I could take the black licorice. No, you're like, no, just give me the black licorice ones, or no, I'm not touching those black licorice ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
What would you do if you were in the middle of a 100-mile trail race? And what's a candy you hate the most? Like, what's a candy you're like, I'm not eating this.
Oh my goodness. I, I, oh, that's a tough question. I certainly don't. Well, I don't like Peeps. I don't
Yeah,
like
okay,
Peeps.
perfect answer then. So let's
Like
say
that.
you're in the
That
middle
shit
of
is
a hundred
gross.
mile. Yes, I agree with you. You're in the middle of a long trail race, 100 miles. You're at mile 64 or whatever, and the only thing at the aid station is Peeps, and the next aid station like 12 miles away. Do you hope for the best and go the 12 miles, or do you just pinch your nose and suck down the Peeps
Damn.
as best you can?
If I was like prepared to DNF, that might send me for the day. Like, fuck it, I'm out of here. Uh, I I think in that, if I felt really good, I could probably tough through. Like, if there's anything that I've got for me is I may not be fast, but I can eat about anything for a very long time, and I can suffer for a very long time. So I could probably make it make it through the Peeps the next aid station, but then I'd have to find something like immediately to cleanse that palate. Like, let's get this out of here. So hopefully there's something good at that next aid station.
Just
Ugh,
think about it, dude. For like 12 miles, you're eating that
just
crunchy, sugary marshmallow.
just run around with like Pete mouth the whole time. Hopefully I got some water or some tailwind or something in that my pack.
Val says raw dog it. Peeps suck.
They do. They really do. They really do. Yeah.
I don't like for me, like if there was like just a tray of candy corn, I'd be like, no,
Like,
it's
not my day.
I'm gonna skip this and see how far I can get these 12
Yeah.
miles.
They might find me pass it on the trail, but I'll try my best.
Yeah, hopefully it's like a 400 person race, and I'm like in place 298th. So at least there'd be people that might have to pass me along the way, or the trail sweeper at some point, right? Trail sweeper might
Yeah.
catch you.
Yeah.
There's no way. I just could not eat peeps like for 12 miles, even at your best on a trail at 10 minutes a mile. That's 2 hours. And
Yeah.
some of those miles are going to be 20-minute miles. And like, I've got to try to eat a can. No, not doing it. Not doing it.
Yeah. It may be a DNF for me. I don't know.
What would be the candy that they had there that you would DNF just because you would sit there the whole time eating it all?
It's going to sound very weird because I haven't heard anybody talk about this in a long time, but I love Swedish fish. How come it's like, is that the most underrated candy there is? It has
It's
to be.
up there. You know
Because
what? Have you
Swedish
ever had
fish,
the Swedish fish rock? We almost always
right?
have them in our apartment. Yeah. Have
Yeah.
you had the lemon blueberry ones?
Yeah, they're so good. I mean, I'm like a classic Swedish fish
Yeah.
guy, but yeah, those are so good. But yeah, I've never heard anybody ever say that's like their favorite candy. So that might be my favorite candy.
But they're damn good. And for me, I got to get the big ones. The little ones I eat too fast, like almost to the point
Oh
of
yeah,
choking because I'm just inhaling them.
yeah. Like I sometimes I'll take my time and like eat the head and be like, oh, like I probably shouldn't share this with people. But like, well, look at you, like, and I'll eat the tail off, like eat the fin. Yeah, I do that same thing. Animal crackers. Like, there's no way I'm alone in this. You ever just eat the legs off the giraffe animal cracker? Like, I am full grown too, and I still do that.
Are you a frosted or unfrosted animal cracker guy?
I always like the classics, but those frosted ones, like, those do hit different though.
They do.
It is nice when you do get those. But
All right, dude, we're bumping up on our hour here, so last few minutes. What's been playing in your ears lately while you're woodworking? Not while you're running, while you're
okay,
woodworking.
I've been listening to the new Tyler Childers album. It's been fire right now. So anybody that likes kind of like underground bluegrass, check that out. It's a really good album. And I've been listening to a lot of De La Soul lately.
No
Kind of like,
shit.
yeah, I love De La Soul. And I was just like, all right, I haven't revisited De La Soul in a while, so I've been going through a little kick there.
Like some of the bands that come out of you and Derek's mouth don't match
Yeah,
up with the faces. They're
they do
just
not. Yeah, I bet when people find out I listen to like Wu Tang or like Slipknot, they're just like, what? Sorry, I like really angry metal and hip hop. Can't help it.
in a vote of confidence, Val says that you're not alone. So I presume she's eating the legs off of the giraffe on the
Thank
animal
you.
crackers too.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So I know we talked about making air fried tofu, but so what are you listening to when you get in the kitchen and you're making your air fried tofu with taco seasoning and a bowl of rice?
Oh, cooking. Cooking always seems like. Well, I've been listening to a lot of Arcade Fire. The last time I cooked, I was listening to Arcade Fire. So yeah, lately Arcade Fire.
What is
Or
Arcade Fire?
they're kind of like a new age like pop, like alternative rock. Like I wish I knew what their genre was. They're just so damn good. And I've been going old school and listening to some Arctic Monkeys, which is grunge from like the '90s. So that's been like my weird little. I call that like my kitchen mix right now.
How do you find these bands?
Sometimes I'll just like look up eclectic rock mix or like the other day, I just really wanted to hear some like 2000 Southern rap because I was like, when's the last time T.I. had something? So I was just like T.I. And it's like, or like trap music, or like I'll go down like a 3 6 Mafia kick. And then I'll let Spotify just kind of do its thing. And then when I hear new stuff, I'm just like, all right, you get added to this list. I have a lot of playlists for a lot of different things that I do. It's pretty wild. Sometimes I feel like I spend more time making the playlist than doing the thing, which is, which is, I bet a lot of people can align with that. So.
Thank you, Coach Kane and Carlene Derber, for joining us on the show. If you had to guess, how many playlists do you have?
Oh my goodness. I bet I've got like 50 or so. I would
No
imagine.
way.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, and then like I'll save some of Derek's. Like Derek will send me stuff. I'll send Derek stuff. So yeah, and then like other people that I know, like yeah, you know who's like a really great Spotify follow is Adam Ture. Like, man, he's got some beautiful playlists. So I saved a bunch of his. Like Craig Lewis has a lot of good music on his. So I've saved some of his stuff. So it's like I kind of pulled it from other people's. Ohm, like you can never like Ohm has like some of the best playlists that you could ever find. Like I think his like he'll have like soundtracks or like the Jurassic Park soundtrack or like Snoop Dogg's children's rhymes playlist or whatever he's got some good stuff. So yeah, it's easily 50, I bet.
That's incredible, dude. Like, I mean, I guess you must know when you're getting ready to do your activity what the playlist is that you're gonna dial into.
Yeah. I was just like it's like a feeling or like a topography. It's like, am I going to be running on the road or on the trail too?
Yeah.
That's a deciding factor.
What about cuisine? Like if you're making Asian versus Mexican versus standard American fare, Italian, or you have different playlists for that?
I haven't gotten quite that deep because it feels like my cooking is like a mixture of both. Because I'll do like rice with hoisin with taco seasoning and pico, or it's like guacamole with yeah. The other day I was doing like orange tofu on quinoa with pico and guacamole. I was like, what is this? What? Yeah, what? It's like three countries put into one.
It's what Lori and I refer to as a garbage bowl.
It's
Like just
basically
whatever,
like yeah.
whatever's there, you throw it in.
It's like I want Chinese, but I want Mexican, so it's just one big ass bowl. Call it kitchen
We're,
sink.
we're getting more and more people on this show, dude. Uh, Thank you to my sister who's out here. Thank you to Mark who's on here on your left run. And thank you to Rubio Runs for joining us on this episode of Beyond the Finish Line, which is off the cuff. We had expected a guest and they are MIA. And so Joe and I have just been filling the airtime, shooting the shit, getting to learn more about Joe, woodworking, and Joe with his public speaking and talking about hinged and cringe and all kinds of stuff, man.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
It has been a blast. We've bumping up against time, so let's wrap this up really quick. I want you to give the audience one piece of advice that was given to you that you think everybody should use, leverage, pay attention to.
Okay. Lately, I'm like a chronic overthinker, and I've been having to push myself out of that. So I think lately, if I had like to give like a piece of advice is, um, you know, the best thing that you can do, I might butcher this, is, and this has been a common thing. This is like something that me and Derek talk about all the damn time. It's something this is a piece of advice you gave me a year ago is bet on yourself, sign up for the scary shit, and then just get after it. So that's been like my common theme lately because I have a history of getting in my own way sometimes and overthinking things, and I get scared and I won't execute. So do the scary thing, and you're worth it too. Would be my advice. That's to myself. So I figured maybe other people might want to hear that too.
That's it, man. Take risks and bet on yourself. That's it. Dude, this was fun. It was a great impromptu show for Beyond the Finish Line. I'm glad I got to kind of quasi interview you on your show so that people can get to know you a little bit better. Appreciate you and appreciate everything that you do for Run, Try, Bike and the Everyday Athlete Clubhouse, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
For
Thank
those
you
of you,
everybody who chimed in. Yeah.
yeah,
Or
for those
who
of you
tuned in.
who made it through the hour, thanks for joining us. It's been a blast. You will be able to catch this full episode if you joined us late on September 23rd on your favorite podcast platform and YouTube. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you.
See you.